Where am I? Oh, yeah. Good morning, everybody. It's me, Mitch. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Mitch. Let's get right to it. So, my friends, drink it if you got it. And I got it. I got it in my magical bastard cup this morning because I'm in one of those moods. Yes, sir. It's good. Wow, look at the people piling in. 44 of you so far. Welcome. Okay. Give the band a little time off. Good to see you all this morning. Whoops. Too many buttons. Thank you for last night. We had a good time. It was a kind of a limited attendance, but it is a holiday weekend and everybody was getting ready. I understand, if I have it correctly, that today, I may be wrong. Been wrong before. Today is the official celebration of the 4th of July on the 3rd, I think. And I may be wrong. I think the banks are closed, the stock market's closed, the post office is closed, and yet I see I have mail being delivered today. So I don't get it. Tomorrow is the 4th. My scooter, according to FedEx, will be delivered on the 5th, which is Sunday. I didn't know FedEx delivered on Sunday. So who knows? I don't know what the hell is going to be happening this weekend. I'm probably not going to do much different. I'm probably going to sit here and just watch the world, put my earplugs in or headphones on as my lunatic neighbors trying to blow up their houses this weekend, and hopefully we'll all survive and come out on the other end on Monday. So good to see you all. Good to see you this morning. And how many of you saw Kelsey's live stream at afternoon yesterday? I had Mike Seeley at the house here, and we're sitting out there smoking our cigars on the patio, and I said, I wonder what's on YouTube. And there, I didn't know about it, but there was KMT, and I thought it said noon. So I said, oh, Kilt's on. Let's take a look and see what he's up to. This is really weird. I've never seen him do a live stream like this. And so I turned on YouTube on the TV. Both of us got our cell phones out, and we went. I logged into it. And I said, "Let me see if there's a chat." So I got the chat screen came up, and nobody was there. So I put an entry in the chat. I said, "Anybody there?" ? And that showed up. And then Mike did the same thing. And then we got Kiltz came on and put an entry in the chat, says starts at 12:30. And I said, oh, silly me. Okay, so we smoked a little more, and 12:30 we came back, and sure enough, Kiltzy's doing a live stream, but it was a different kind of a live stream. It was a live stream for fertility questions and answers, and evidently it was on his KMT channel and everything. So we watched it, and I learned more about fertility than I never wanted to know, and I never want to hear again, because I'm sorry, it's not. But I was happy to see that happening. And I said, the next time I see Kiltz, I'm going to compliment him. But I don't know where the hell the guy is. It's like, where's Waldo? I'm trying to keep your... What? Something strange is happening on my screen here. Something strange. As there's Waldo. Good morning.
They let me out. They freed me, and but I'm on the journey for Bozeman, Montana for the SBG meetup. And I know so many here are on their way, and I highly recommend it. But yeah, I was doing the fertility chat Thursday afternoons. We're working to make that the new
Cool.
fertility chat. Still stick at our 9 a.m. Eastern time for now. And although I'm traveling and I'm not going to be there today, so we'll see what's going to be. But here I am with my good friend Mitch, having a cigar without me with Mike Seeley Senior, my other good brother, and always good to see you, my brother, and the whole family here. I see everyone stopping in. I see Peter, Rick. We got Talkeye. We got Brian. I think Bacon, Target. So all of our brothers and sisters are showing up. It's really nice. It's
That's
good.
cool. That's cool. I was
Here.
surprised. I was surprised. Yes, people, my introduction was a setup. I knew Kills was there. But I was surprised. Now, this is for
Showed up.
real. At 10 minutes to 7, I get a text from him. I'm awake. Send me a link if you want me to show up. And I said, oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if I was on the good side, the bad side, but it's always, I love listening to you guys, and I missed last night live. I was at a dinner meeting with a colleague, and in Colorado Springs, and just I'm missing you guys.
Well,
I
I
missed
missed.
the 6 a.m. I'm just going to do the 6 a.m. anyway, and then we'll do the 9 a.m. too.
Well, I think a lot of I know that 6 a.m., especially here in California, is just would be way too much for anybody, let alone old farts like you and me. But I think the crowd misses you. They kind of wander around like lost souls out there.
Who knows? I may do both because I'm awake anyway. But even when I'm on the West Coast lately, I'm getting up at 3 a.m. I'm still on East Coast time zone in this body, so it's like I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, okay, what do I do now? And I'm used to getting up, doing your live, going to the office, doing all that. So it's shifting around. And then Alia threw on our 12:30 yesterday. I think it was 12:30. I didn't even know what time zone it was in.
Yeah, 12:30 Eastern. It was 12:30 Eastern. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was yesterday because my schedule is in Eastern time, but they got these weird times, and I'm not even sure where I'm supposed to be. So here I am.
Well, you're in Mountain Time now. I think you're about 5 o'clock in the morning.
Pikes Peak is right outside the window here.
Oh, that's
it's
cool.
Really beautiful. It's fantastic. And I'm flying out of Denver today to Bozeman Direct United, and going to see my good friend Lisa Wiedemann, carnivore doctor, and going to see all the SBG gang, our brothers and sisters. It'll be great, really exciting. I'll give a talk tomorrow. You might talk on fertility. Okay, I can do that.
Well, you should be doing that. I was really, even though you came out with all these new big words yesterday in the fertility chat, I had no idea what you were talking about. I said, oh no, just when I got used to all the old big words, he's coming out with all these new big words. But then I decided that really wasn't designed for me and Mike Seeley, a couple of old, almost 80-year-old farts worried about can we be pregnant or not. But it's great, and I think I was glad to see you do it, and I think it's going to take a little time to build up. But yeah, once a week, I just learned that now. Once a week would be great for you. That's your business. You got to take care of business, as they say. So,
most important thing, I'm here to do that. I've got to get off to the office pretty soon. I've got to inspire the team. I usually like to get there first, and I'm still waiting for the coffee station because they don't have any coffee in the room. But I'm good. I'm having coffee with Mitch, so I'm good.
Hey. Yeah, but it's a pleasant surprise. I'm glad to see you this morning. I'm glad you're welcome to come in here anytime. But I'm afraid you said you didn't make it last night. But I'm afraid you're not a member. of the private community, Kilty.
Oh,
You're not a member. You're not
yeah.
allowed. You
I
know, I
gotta
mean,
be
this is
honest.
we got an exclusive club here. Now, I know, money may be a little tight for you, but if you want to be a member, and I can't give it to you because you gotta sign it up. But you could for $3.99 a month. You too can be a member of the Misfits private community. Feel the exclusivity and join the fun on Thursday nights.
I applied. I keep getting rejected.
Well, it's probably that run out of credit card you keep trying to use. Come on, guy.
Ah, ah, but I keep on trying to use my key to the room, and but it just doesn't keep working.
Oh
Oh,
man,
I love you guys. Love
I
you
wish
guys.
I could keep up with you physically. I wish I had that kind of. I'm working at it, but today I don't know if you heard the whole mobility scooter story. Did you hear that?
I did not hear the mobility scooter
Okay.
story.
You
Go
know
at it.
how they want me to review things. So I get this email from this company that makes a portable mobility scooter. Now, I've been fighting this handicap label, and, I have my own foolish pride, but I wrote it back and I said, it would be kind of fun. It only goes like 6 miles an hour. They sell for like $350. It's pretty cheap, and it looks pretty cool. So I said, okay, send me one. So I started talking about it, and of course Barry Simon doing what he does. Well, let me show you. Let me show you. Let me find it here. Where is it? Where is it? Here.
Woohoo! Let's burn rubber! Ah, watch out! Out of my way, grannies! Time for donuts! Yeah! Eat my dust!
So I said, "Oh, that looks cool. I could ride it at least, if nothing else, up to the pool, which is too far for me to walk right now, and I don't go because I have to go and get the car out. But if I had this little scooter, that'd be great." So I said, "Send me one." So it's coming on Sunday. So that's the next adventure. But I just don't want to get married to a mobility device. I want to continue to heal and get better and get back to where I can keep up with you. That'd be a job.
Well, the Uber and the scooters that are people on stand-up scooters and bikes just thrown around everywhere. Yesterday, I walked from the exchange to Walmart. I wanted to get something at Walmart, and it was like a mile and 2 miles, and I walked. I kind of walked through the encampments by the river, and it was a good walk back and forth. But I think the truth is as we age and or we become challenged because of strokes or breaks or other things, or in so many people, there tremendous amount of inflammation that doesn't allow them to move very much. But just getting out with people is so important. So, it's just the next thing, which it's going to be on your app. You're not going to have one. There's going to be an Uber scooter. Uber scooter.
Uber scooters, yeah, yeah.
This is like
Well,
show up to your
I'm
house.
looking forward to it. It's going to
Yeah.
be fun. And who doesn't like free toys anyway?
Well, then I got to come out there and see the scooter in the next few weeks.
Yeah, I'll let you
Sounds
ride
good.
it. I'll let you ride it. Well, I can't wait to see you, but now I've had enough of you, and I think so has my. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. My friend, thanks so
Be
much for
great.
coming to see
Always
you.
great. All my brothers and sisters have an awesome day. See you
Yeah,
maybe
and
tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow.
keep in touch, will you?
All right. I love you guys.
Okay, take care.
Okay.
Bye bye. Well, what a surprise. Well, at least what a surprise as of 10 minutes before the stream started. That's neat. That was neat. I can't keep up with the guy. I simply can't keep up with the guy with all that with all this traveling. My head is spinning. Where's he going to be tomorrow? Well, I hope he has a good time out there in Colorado. And he's going to be, let's see, he's going from there to New York for a while. And then he's going to come back to Florida for a couple of days. Then he's going back out to California. Maybe is somebody chasing him? Maybe is like the IRS. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, I haven't said hi to anybody yet, so let me do that. Any questions or comments in the chat? We have almost 100 people here. That's great for a Friday morning. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy holidays, everybody. Get your earplugs out, get the tranquilizers for the dogs and cats. And the war is coming, the explosions, and hopefully we'll get through it without having our houses set on fire, our roofs destroyed, or any loss of limbs and emergency room visits like usually happens on the 4th of July when people lose their minds. And I'm sure the fireworks in my area will continue for the next week. So no sense going to bed early. Oh, who was first here? Manda was first. Good morning, Manda. How are you? I know that I'm behind. Well, 15 minutes behind. Not too bad. Not too bad. Good to see you. And Wayne Herman is here from North Carolina. Good morning, Wayne. Sandy Blythe from Florida. Good morning. Brian Dish is here. I'll try to get through this to get up to 7 o'clock. Thomas, good morning. And John Safai, how are you? Happy 4th of July on the 3rd. Yes, today is the 3rd of July. Something happened to me last night that I'm still trying to figure out what happened. Something unusual happened to me. I was kind of tired last night. I had a busy day. I had the girl clean my house, and Mike Seeley was here, and my schedule got kind of disrupted, and I didn't eat I ate later than I usually do. I ate some bacon and eggs about 1 o'clock, and about 4 o'clock, I made 2 burgers with the chaffles, and about 9 o'clock, I just, my battery died. I managed to get in bed by about 9:30 and went right to sleep. And the next thing I knew, it was 5:30 this morning. Nonstop. I actually, and very rarely do I not wake up at least at 3 o'clock. But last night, I actually slept all the way through, nonstop, to 5:30 this morning. Not that I had any reason to get up before then. And my alarm was set at 5:45 in case something like I overslept. But I never sleep till the alarm. At 5:30, I opened my eyes, and I was kind of almost disoriented. I'm not used to sleeping. It was wonderful. It was wonderful and restful. And if I could figure out why the hell it happened to me last night, I'll see if I can do it again. But I'm still baffled by it. I'm still wondering what was different. What was different than everybody else? And I think many of us, when we have a good day, we feel good, better than normal. We right away try to analyze it. Say, well, what did I do any differently? And it's interesting. So we'll see. That'll be the Mitch Sleep Report. We'll have to make that in addition to the morning show. Now, I forgot to ask Kelsey if he's planning on doing Sunday. I doubt it. He said he's not going to be around for his 9 o'clock show, but I imagine they're having one. But I think until he settles down, his timing and schedule may be up in the air. And I wouldn't be surprised if he did come on at 6, because I know that feeling. We all say, well, we're doing too much of this and we're tired and all. And then when we're not here, we say, wow, I'd like to be there. And we change our minds. Amanda says, happy 4th of July. And Mike Seeley is here. How you doing, Mike? Good to see you this morning. Saw you last night. Saw you yesterday afternoon. Saw you yesterday morning. I'll just rent you a room here. And Junior's here too. Mike Seeley from Tampa Bay. Richard Williams from Tennessee. Hi, Richard. How are you? Dennis, DJ Bro. Good morning, Mitch and the Mitch Fits. And here we have Chris Swain from Down Under. I like this, Chris. Good evening, Sir Mitch the Great. Well, there's differing opinions on that, but I appreciate the flattery. Barry Simon, hiya, Barry. I love that last scooter meme. I really like that one. That's really fun. And just to do that again, notice, woohoo!
Woo! Let's burn rubber.
The cloth helmet.
Watch out! Out of my way, grannies.
And the goggles.
Time
and
for
the
donuts.
scarf.
Yeah! Eat my dust.
I love it. I love it, Barry. Barry spends a lot of time doing those things. I sometimes forget about how much time he really spends. And he loves it, too. He enjoys it. Where was I? It was with Barry. That's where I was. And Humaira's here. Good morning. And Jerry Voitush, how are you? We're up to 6:57. But we got a special guest this morning, Robert Bellinson. Good morning, Robert. How are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. And Susie Marsh. Susie Marsh. Hi, Susie. How are you? How are you? And Danny's here. All the ladies. My favorite ladies are all here this morning. Van Dan. Oh, you told me your name yesterday. And I said, is that the name of your city or your name? Van Dan. It takes me two or three times. So you're from Higgins Lake, Michigan, so that wasn't your name. Oh, I'll remember. Amanda from Michigan. Yes, Amanda. I'll get it. I remembered it since yesterday. Took a second, but this old brain still works. Good morning, Amanda. Good to see you. And Brian Arias here. How you doing? Says good morning to Mitch and everyone. And Cordelia in Albany. Hi, Cordelia. How are you, sweetie? Good to see you. And Loretta Nadal, always good morning. Darlings, have a fabulous day. And Barry is putting together his local Boston meetup along with Danny. He says, please email Danny and me and there's his email address, simonbarrye@gmail.com. So make a note of that and try to attend if you can. Try to get to any meetup that you can. If you're feeling up to it and it's not too cumbersome or expensive or far away, try to do it. Keep plugging it, Barry, and I'll try to keep plugging it for you on these live streams. Brian Airy says, good morning to Barry. And are we at 7 o'clock yet? No, not yet. And Isabella is here, says, good morning to everyone. And yes. Who else? Robbie Autry. Where's Lambs? I haven't seen Lambs in a couple of days. Maybe he's on vacation. But Robbie Autry right at 7, followed quickly by Dennis, DJ Bro, and Barry, Don Schonger, and Anthony, who is always here. Mason, hi, Mason, how are you? And you know who? He's got a little bit of a digestive problem. And Super Tune, Chuck, how are you? Everybody saying hi to Kurt. How you doing, Kurt? Good to see you. Papa Carnivore, hi, Peter. How are you today? And now we have Brian Dish, and who is this? This is Brian Airy again, and somebody said, eat effing meat. Susie, thank you. And Kiltsy chimed in, ruining my surprise. Showed up in the chat before I had some fun with him and introduced him on the live stream. I didn't see that. So it was great to see him this morning. Always great. Danny in Boston's here. Hi, Danny. Don. Good morning. Use the email Barry just posted here. Yep, it's in the chat for the Boston meetup. Now we're in saying hello to everybody mode, which is great. If you got any questions or comments, you want to steer the conversation around, just put them in there. And let's There's Kelsey again. Don Shager, Brian Air. Okay, good morning. Donna Ray, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Kelsey's pretty prolific in the chat. That was good to see. That was good to see. So, does everybody have big plans for the 4th of July? And my phone is going off here. I got a text from Barry Simon. Oh, okay. Commenting. I made a comment yesterday. Maybe in the absence of Kilts at 6 a.m., and sounds like he might be back at 6 a.m., but if he doesn't, it might not be a bad idea. It doesn't matter to me. It's certainly not going to make me any more money, but it would. I'm always up well before 6. I could pretty much make this a 2-hour show. It doesn't matter. Because started at 6 a.m. with basically a little something going on like music or something that doesn't involve me actually starting the show. But at least it'll show up as live on YouTube as opposed to starting in an hour. And anybody that's homeless out there at 6 in the morning or taskless could certainly come into the cafe, say, like a coffee shop or whatever, and sit around and chat with your friends to your heart's content. And I could put together a 1-hour track of kind of background music and a countdown clock and just let it run. And right at 7 o'clock, one or two things would happen. I'll show up and everybody will applaud. Or everybody who's already there will say, "What are you doing here, Mitch? We don't need you or want you. Leave us alone. Just let us chat." And that'd be all right with me, too. I'll just watch. So let me know if you think that would be an idea. I could try it. It's nothing. It is no more work for me to do that. And if you guys want to chat away with each other early and you're up and you're having your coffee and you miss your friends, it might not be a bad idea. And that's what the text I got from Barry was about. And he said he thinks that Dan Bongina does the same thing on Rumble with his show. Just starts it early, lets people come in and chat away about whatever they want to. And maybe that gives them a good hint of what the mood is and what the topics are that are on people's minds. And he probably reads that before he goes live. Maybe it helps him plan the content for his show. So, Mitch, that is a great idea for the early chat. I love it, says Manda. I'm just going to, and Rick says, don't have fertilizer for the fun. Okay. How many squats are you getting up to by the end of the month? Aaron, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. You know, that kind of conversation certainly doesn't need me. At times I wonder whether I'm needed at all in here. But since you guys are so prolific, I might try that. I might actually try it Monday morning. In fact, if I don't get any indication from Kiltsy that he really can't stay out of here or can't stay off the air until 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, at 6 o'clock Monday morning, I think maybe I'll do that. Whatever happens. So if you see that my live stream says that it starts at 6, that will just be the hour, of the coffee shop being open before I actually start. Don't get the wrong idea. But Kilt's got a pretty good audience at 6 o'clock, so somebody's out there. But I will actually start the good morning, everybody portion at 7. but we'll reserve the right because I get bored too, waiting for 7 o'clock in the morning to pop in even before the show starts. But I will be watching. The teacher's watching, kids. So keep that in mind. I think I'll do that. I think I'll do that. And I might post something in the community tab. I very rarely do that, but I may post something in the community tab to let everybody know that. So hopefully it's not a stupid idea, and we'll see. And we'll see. Doesn't cost an extra dime for me to be live for 2 hours instead of 1 hour. I can certainly put together a track of 1 hour's worth of background type music, including all the songs that Barbara wrote for me and so many other copyright-free pieces of music that I have where I don't have to worry about a copyright strike, and you guys can turn the volume up or not. Up to you. And there'll be a message on the screen. You know, welcome to the coffee shop, 6 a.m., morning coffee with Mitch. Mitch will get here about 7. And I hope, yeah. And I told about my scooter coming on Sunday, and yes, was shipped by FedEx home. So yeah, it's going to be here on Sunday. 85-pound box, probably a pretty big box. I think I probably ought to take my car Sunday morning out of the carport and move it over to the left there in the front of my house where I can park it out of the way. I've got kind of like a 2-car wide driveway. So that when the FedEx guy gets here, I don't have to try to maneuver it past my car. So I got to remember to do that Sunday. When he comes, he can probably get his little dolly out and deposit it on my carport, and then I'll get out the box cutter and go to work and see if I can't assemble the thing. Tuka says, question, don't you have some regular guests? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. From Guam here in the stream, there's a super typhoon is about to hit. Oh, my God. Well, good luck. Yeah. Is it Rough Man? Yes, it is, Gary, Rough Man from Guam. Wow. Good luck, man. Be careful. Be careful. And Corgi Lover says 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. meme hour. Oh, man. Oh, man. What a great idea, Kevin. Memes and music. Easy peasy. I got enough memes to fill up an hour here, I think. That is a stellar idea. I will put together, unfortunately, if I do it, it's going to probably be repetitive, but not everybody's going to be watching the same minutes every day, every hour. What a great idea. I will put together a 1-hour program that has the music, has the memes, has the messages, the text on the screen about what's going on, and just start it going at 6 a.m. Started going at 6 a.m. Everybody that comes, it's usually the same people, will get the idea that no, it's not me live, it's the schmoozing hour. And even though you guys could have chatted your life away anyway, anytime before 7, and you do, this kind of makes it official. You know, welcome lost souls. I don't think anybody else is going to fill up that 6 a.m. hour, but we can always change things up and react. Susie said, could you do a panel at the cafe? You know, I could if I wanted to sit here and push the buttons, but that has to be initiated manually. Where I see he's in the green room. Click and put him in. Maybe sometime in the future, maybe we'll do that the last 15 minutes, 6:45. Let anybody come in if they want. I'll monitor. But that's a thought. That's a thought. But let me try it out and see if everybody likes it and anybody even bothers to use it. You know, there's an old saying in marketing: run it up the flagpole and see who salutes. There's another saying in marketing that isn't as patriotic. That's throw enough shit against the wall, some of it will stick. So either one of those that you like is something that we have to do. Hi, retired Rick. How are you? How are you? Peter saying hi to Donna. And Thomas, hello outside, drinking my coffee and getting some sun. That sounds like a great idea. Great idea. Amanda said hi to Kiltsy. And Rick says that the fertility live stream is what Kiltsy used to do. Well, it's good that he's getting back to it. It's good that he's getting back to it. Let's see. And Thomas has got an idea for Barry. A meme. Where's Kiltsy? I always think of Where's Waldo. Remember the game Where's Waldo? And that was a game where they would paint a very confusing, like a cartoon, a very confusing picture. And somewhere they had this Waldo character in there, and it was up to you to find them. Well, that's what I think about with Kiltsy these days. Where's Waldo? Oh, yeah. And Rick is expressing his disapproval of the steak and butter gang. Sorry, Rick, that you disapprove. Did you meet Bella? You ever meet her? I met her down there in Sarasota. She's a real sweetheart. She really is. And she got a good gimmick with that. You know, everybody needs a hook of some kind. With me, it's a decrepit old fart. It's my hook, but everybody needs something. And Sam's Club, yes, we've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for this. What in the world can I not live without here at Sam's Club this morning? Kinder seasoning, a robot vacuum cleaner, ketchup. Yes, I don't have enough ketchup. Tide laundry detergent. What else? What else? What else? What is that? Can't even see. Can't even tell what it is. Dart sandwich lid containers. Oh, styrofoam things. So I can start my own McDonald's. A sport drink. Sport Ultra. What manner of garbage could that be? Sam's Club Americana 5-pound buckets. Yeah, anybody out there need a 5-pound bucket? There's a storage cabinet. Yes, sir, Sam's, you did it again. Managed to present to me nothing that I need or want. But evidently, when they feature a product on there, that tells you what they think most people want to buy. And it's usually garbage. And that's usually believable. Barry's here. And Kurt says, good morning, Mitch. Good morning, Kurt. How are you, my friend? Good to see you this morning. Yellow Rose. Hi, Mitch and Dr. Kiltz. Well, good morning from the UK. Good to see you. And here we have Ellen. Ellen is here. Good morning, Ellen. We missed you last night, but you had told me you were busy. Good to see you. Good morning, Mitch, Kiltz, and chat friends. Good to see you, Ellen. How you doing? Karen Field from England is here this morning. Good morning to you. Sandy Blythe. I am now officially more than a half an hour behind. It's already, God, time flies. Time flies. Time flies. Everybody says this is where Kelsey came in. Ed Kelly, good morning. Good morning. Somebody I don't recognize. Welcome. Glad to see you. Glad you wandered by this morning. Yeah, you see Colorado. Yeah. But you know those things that Apple sells, little GPS tags or whatever they are. When he's not looking, next time I see him, I'm going to staple one of them to his clothes somewhere, and so we can keep track of where he is and have a real-time map on my website that says, "Where's Kelsey now?" You know, and that's a path of where he's been. I can't keep up with him. I wish I had the energy that he has. It's incredible. It's incredible. I mean, to me, he's still a kid, but he is 70 years old after all. Everybody's got ideas for Barry to do memes. Yeah, these memes are great, Barry. I really love it. There was another one you sent me yesterday, and it, which one was it? It was, oh yeah, it was this one. This kind of goes along with my what to do in the first 30 days of carnivore advice. You know, I have two big rules, and everybody keeps forgetting, or new people never heard them, even though the video's been out there for years. I have to keep reiterating. And now, because I'm still having a hard time, believe it or not, with this stupid carb addiction that came back from when I was hospitalized, and they ruined me in the hospital for almost a month, trying very hard to find something that wasn't all sugar to eat. And I still get the cravings occasionally, and I'm, you know, for making some ice cream with some berries, and then once I get the first taste of it, I usually have to throw away what's left, or I will eat it all on the same day. And I still have that weakness, and I still am a slave to this addiction, even though I kept it at bay for 3 years until I had to be subject to the medical system, which ruined me again. And I'm almost over it, but I have to go back to my own advice, and that is, when you get a craving, eat meat. Eat until you're full. No matter how much you eat, stay off the scale. Don't worry about it. Just eat until the hunger goes away and you're satisfied. And you won't mindlessly go on a sugar hunt. Well, I'm following that advice now. Again, to try to put these cravings back in the box forever, again, until the next time, God forbid, I have to go to the hospital. And talking about searching for food, everything they serve you in the hospital without fail is adulterated crap that they've introduced seed oils and sugar in amounts, and it's low fat, low sodium, garbage food. If you weren't a sugar addict, when you go into the hospital to try to recovery, two things will happen to you. Number one, you will be sleep deprived, and number two, you will be a carbohydrate addict on the way out. That's their idea of health care. That's their idea of enslaving you for the rest of your life to an addiction you'll never get rid of. You'll never get rid of. Reminds me of my old friend Russ Kane. What a real con man that guy was. He used to say, son, I'm going to give you a deal you ain't never going to get rid of. And he wasn't kidding. And that's what they would do. That's what they do to us in the hospital. So, Barry made this meme. We're leading up to something here, folks. Barry made this meme of me following my own advice.
This is my no cravings for me defense. Just plain burger, some cheese and bacon. Perfect. No bread, no ketchup needed. See? No cravings, just pure bliss. One more bite. Ah, so good.
That was perfect, Barry. perfect. I need to remind myself of that, and everybody should remember that beam. And that's what you do when you have an irresistible urge. Your cravings have shut off your subconscious mind. You're mindlessly standing in front of the pantry or the fridge, don't know how you got there, ashamed of yourself because you think you have no willpower and you should be stronger, which is a fairy tale. I know this because my own subconscious keeps reminding me of it. It decides it wants sugar. It shuts off my critical thinking, shuts off logic, turns me back into an animal reacting solely on emotion, because that's how it all started, and we're still animals. The only way, after a lifetime of giving into these cravings, that I could control them was what I did in that meme. Just keep burger patties, bacon, pre-cooked in the fridge. The instant that a thought of something like ice cream or fruit comes into my mind, immediately before it gains control of my whole body and physical movement, start eating the meat and fat, and don't just take a bite. It's not a snack. There is no such thing as snacking to me. There is no food unless it constitutes a meal. A meal means eat to satiety. Eat until your normal signaling from your body tells you you've had enough. That happens pretty quickly with meat and fat. It never happens with carbohydrates. By design, it never happens. It never happens with carbs because up until recently, carbs were rare. Carbs were a survival food. When you found survival food, you were compelled to eat as much of it as there is, or as much as you can before you get sick. You gorge, never satisfied. Any of us that have sat in front of a huge plate of pasta, bags of seed oil-laden potato chips, not only can't we eat just one, we can't stop until we're stupidly sick, full where we can't put another bite in. But the cravings never go away. The satiety never comes. That was important in nature, to make sure you maximized the survival food when it was available, because it wasn't available very often. This world we live in with the abundance of food is very new to us, and our programming does not know how to deal with it. We still think in our subconscious mind that the world is got very little food, and we need to maximize it when we find it. So keep that in mind, and I need to keep it in mind. And the last bag of berries that I bought, I get disgusted with myself, ashamed of myself when I fall for these cravings, and at least I have enough willpower to throw them away before I eat every one of them. I got at least that far. And when I throw them away, I don't just take the bag of, say, blueberries and throw it in the trash can, because the cravings hit and you're digging through the trash can knowing that they're maybe even still a little bit frozen, but they're not ruined. And you're going dumpster diving, basically, and eat them. So to make sure that that doesn't happen, after I've eaten some and taken the edge off the cravings, I do gain enough willpower back to throw them away. I will make sure that I find a bag with a lot of garbage in it, which I don't make too much garbage, but something, and then I will open the bag of blueberries and pour them in and mix them, shake them up and mix them up with the garbage so there's no chance of me going dumpster diving. That shows you how uncontrollable and how little resistance we have to these cravings. And the best day of your life, if you're trying to lose weight and trying to get healthy, will be the day you acknowledge that you're not all that. You're not that strong. That you're not superhuman. And stop falling for this nonsense of people telling you that, grow a pair. You're weak. You're not. You're a normal person, normal animal, just responding to the physiology that was designed to make you get off your lazy ass when you were starving to death in the cave. Face the dangers, maybe lose your life in the pursuit of finding food that was necessary for survival. We are still programmed the same way. Only we don't have to get off our ass in the cave. We got a car in a driveway and a 24-hour supply of crap within 2 minutes of each of us. And we take advantage of that. And I used to find myself driving to the all-night drugstore at 3 o'clock in the morning to buy ice cream. Mindlessly. Saying to myself, what the hell are you doing, Mitch? But yet doing it nonetheless. That's how I learned about the power of the subconscious and its ability to flip the switch in our prefrontal cortex where our logical thinking occurs. And we become susceptible to the lame excuses thrown at us by our subconscious to rationalize it and make us believe it's okay. Lame excuses like, well, I deserve it. I've been dieting hard. This is one time. It's just a little treat. I promise Monday I'll start the diet again. But it's going to be so good to eat that gallon of ice cream. For the last time, I promise, and that promise is never fulfilled. It's an impossible promise, but you talk yourself into it. Do you think that happens by accident? No. That is your physiology. Take it over, shutting off all logic. And you know how I know that? Because when you finally stuff your face full of all that shit that you were tricked into eating, your subconscious gives you back logical thinking. And you immediately, what the hell was I thinking? I didn't want to go to the drugstore and get a gallon of ice cream. I knew better. I'm smart enough to know what that does to me. How in the world did I let that happen? Then you start to feel shame. You become ashamed of yourself. You think that you're weak. You think that there's something wrong with you. You get negative. I'll never be able to do this. I'll never be able to fight those. Why bother? And bingo, there's the end of your journey trying to get healthy. And that's why people on diets have over what I think is a 99% failure rate. And it's all so simple. When the psychology and the physiology take control of your mind and your actions, you must have ammunition ready in the form of pre-cooked food of meat and fat. You need to immediately, within milliseconds, I used to joke people ought to wear a meat holster. A meat holster, like a 6-gun, where they have hamburgers and bacon in there. And at the first inkling of a craving, dive in. Don't just take a bite. Don't just have a snack. Eat a whole meal. I don't care if you got to eat 10,000 calories a day. At least you'll crack the addictions after a few weeks, like I did years ago, and managed to stick to it with no problem and no suffering, not feeling deprived, until I got sick and went to the hospital, and they screwed me up beyond belief, to the point where I was eating half a gallon of ice cream a day in the goddamn hospital because it was right there in a refrigerator, right down the hall for me. And I had a wheelchair. And by God, I wore a groove in the floor from the wheels between my room and that refrigerator. And it's been taking me over a year, and I'm still not completely over it. It's been a battle. So I know what, because I'm a severe carb addict, and I know what most of you go through. And that's why I keep telling the same story over and over again about how you cure, or at least put your cravings in remission. And Peter knows what I'm talking about, and most of you probably know what I'm talking about, and you've been on that. Blame yourself, be ashamed of yourself, swear you're not going to do it again, swear you're going to start the diet on Monday, ad nauseum. It's real. I understand where it comes from and why we lose control, and it's so simple. It is so easy to overcome it. And if I got to do nothing but come on here every morning and repeat that story, I will probably be doing more good for more wannabe carnivores than any other influencer in our space, because that is the problem. That is where our efforts get derailed. It is all about addiction, addiction, addiction. The food industry hires the best scientists in the world to make the crap food taste irresistible and make it as addictive as chemically possible, hook us in, and enslave us and turn us into sheep that can't get enough of the crap they feed us every day. It is the strongest addiction on the planet. It makes heroin, alcohol, cocaine look like a Sunday school picnic, and yet it's not even thought of by the medical community. They lump it, they say food addiction. How can you not be addicted to food, sex, air, and water? Without any of those, you'll die. Maybe they need to redefine what addiction means. But addicting animals to sugar just enslaves us and makes them customers for life. And then the drug companies come in there with the answer for us, the magic pill, the magic treatment that cures nothing, but subscribes us to an endless line of drugs and medication for life. And we're letting them do that to us, and we are partying. We are partying all the way. Partying all the way. Oblivious to how fundamentally evil and destructive that paradigm actually is. And we're living it. And we're living it. And I'm ranting about it. And I live it too. So let's see if now I can put that carb addiction back to where I kept it for years until they got their hands on me and tried to ruin my life again. And finally cram me into a nursing home somewhere, drooling with dementia, forgetting my own children's names, because the food that they got me hooked on is so destructive. So destructive. That's a simple reality that I don't think very few people ever look at it in those terms. At any rate, it felt good. It felt good to just go through that again, and I hope many of you can identify with that. I really hope so. I really hope so. So I'm not going to get through the whole chat. I am going to, because it's already 8 o'clock, I am going to go quickly, not read the stuff, but at least look for the QQQs and see if we got any of those, and I'll spend a little time answering them if they're something I think would be helpful to many people. And if I don't answer them today, I'll kind of try to answer them the next time. I don't see a lot of QQQs. I'm only up to 7:15 in the chat. I'm hopelessly behind, but I think what I did today with going down that rabbit hole again is the best thing I can be doing with the small amount of time that and the small number of people that I have actually here. Right now I got 115 people, which is fabulous. It was up to 120 something a few minutes ago. Here we have a question. Who is this from? This is from Susie. May we thank all of our military and service people for all their sacrifice. Susie, we could absolutely do that. And it's a shame that most of these holidays that involve the flag and patriotism completely eliminate the flag and patriotism. Their excuses to get drunk, make noise, act rowdy, and party. The meaning of the holidays to most people these days. Half the people that celebrate the 4th of July are un-American, America haters anyway. Divided on political lines in a way that is getting more and more disgusting every year. I saw, actually it was a CNN show. Mike Silly was here. We were watching this thing from Australia called Lefties Losing It. Honest to God, they have a show with it. There's more realistic political news about this country coming from Australia than our own news people. But they showed a poll. And in 25 years ago, in 2000, there was a poll that said, they asked Democrats and Republicans about the upcoming 4th of July. How many of you intend to display the American flag? 65% of Republicans said they did. 64% of Democrats. This was in 2001 or 2002. Maybe there was some patriotism because of 9/11. Whatever it was, it's pretty even. They redid the survey this year, 25 years later. 65% of Republicans said they will display the flag. 24% of Democrats said they will display the American flag on the 4th of July. 24% of the Democrats. While they're busily scurrying about electing socialists as their leaders. It makes me want to cry. But, you know, I gave this country 4 years of my life, and I'm still a patriot, even though I disagree with both political parties. I think they're both full of corrupt people. I'm not going to take my comments about it, but they're both evil, but there's a lesser, and that's the best we can do these days, is just put the least corrupt and lesser of the evils, and at least try to find a patriot who isn't ashamed to say that they love this country, because we all should, because we'll never fix it if we keep electing socialists who hate this country. And that's where we're at right now. So, 4th of July, what is there to celebrate about the way America's headed right now? Is there anything worth celebrating, or do you just need a friggin' excuse to make noise and drink and scream and yell and keep the rest of us who want to sleep awake? Is that the meaning of this holiday? I'm afraid so. I'm afraid so. That's why I'm not celebrating anything this 4th of July. I'm mourning that statistic said only 24% of half the population in this country thinks enough of what was sacrificed for the little bit of freedom we have left doesn't feel that it's worth acknowledging, rewriting history, and not celebrating. And the flag is meaningless to them. And that's a shame. That is such a shame. Such a shame. Let me wrap this up. I know that's not a happy note, but Don't forget, if you celebrate the 4th of July, what it really means. 250 years, which is nothing. 250 years is a blip. It's an instant in the river of time. We haven't even popped out of the womb yet as a country, let alone. And look what's happening to it. Everybody likes the idea of the early chat. I'll try that on Monday. Over the weekend, I'll work on a 1-hour thing to be running during that hour, and probably have to put in a very lofty and flattering introduction of myself. That's fun. That's fun. Steve McAvoy, Mitch, where do you get the grapeseed extract? It's not a grapeseed extract. It's just grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil. You get it anywhere. They got it in every supermarket, Amazon, everywhere. Yeah, it's just called grapeseed oil. People use it in salads, and it's just a vegetable oil, a seed oil. But grapeseed seems to work great for seasoning. So just look up grapeseed. Just put it down as one word, grapeseed. You don't need a space between it. It's not an extract. It's just like a salad oil. You'll find it at every supermarket on where the Western oil and the corn oil and all that shit is. You'll find grapeseed oil. Good question, though. Am I getting anywhere here? 7:31. Okay, here's a question from Tuca. He's talking about that storm headed towards Guam. Yeah, there you got some shade, and we have a heat wave up in the Northeast, and of course the climate activists are out there preaching doom and the end of the world. It's friggin' weather, people. It's happened before, and it will happen again. Bigger storms have happened hundreds of years ago. This is nothing new. This is cyclical, governed pretty much by the cycles of the sun, wind patterns and weather patterns. There is no such thing as normal weather on this planet. There is only stable weather for short periods of time, followed by catastrophes. We're on a rock with a liquid molten center that is spinning, and all the physical forces of nature act on the weather. Who are we to declare when it's, quote, normal? When is sea level normal? Over billions of years, the sea level has risen and fallen by hundreds or thousands of feet. Who are we to determine what's normal temperature? That's bullshit. How arrogant are we to declare that we now decree that sea level is normal and that we need to completely screw up the planet by trying to interfere with weather, just like we're trying to screw up the human beings by interfering with physiology. We're on a ride, folks. We are bacteria on the back of a wild dog running around, and there's no way we can exert control over where we end up or whether we get killed in the process. We think way too much of our importance in this universe when we are an insignificant, atomic-sized pissant flea in relation to everything else in the universe. Yet we certainly think a lot of ourselves. Brian Arias says, how was the new grill hole? It's holding up fine because I haven't been using it much. I've been very busy. I've been looking for an excuse to use it again. I haven't been eating a lot of steaks either. I have hardly, in fact, I haven't eaten a steak in about a week. So, and the last steak that I made, I think I pan-seared. So, yeah, having those things is great, but it's not like I have a big family and have a cookout every night. It's very rare for me to do that. But I'm certainly going to use it. I'm certainly going to use it. Just not a lot. And I knew that when I got the thing. Some people will more than, like my smoker. I've had fired that smoker thing up over since my stroke. Just I eat bacon and eggs every day. Doesn't leave very much room to eat something else. So while we're all about food, most of us don't have to concentrate on it too much. I say 6 days a week I eat the bacon and eggs. And that's what I'm going to eat today for lunch. And I feel better when I eat bacon and eggs. I know I'm getting a lot of fat. I know I'm getting a lot of nutrients from the eggs. And I'm still convinced that if I had to eat a ribeye or bacon and eggs, I would probably lean towards the bacon and eggs because I'm more certain that I'm not losing any fat in the cooking at all. I don't know, is it healthier to eat raw beef? Maybe. But I seem to do okay on the bacon and eggs. So when I eat a lot of bacon and eggs and do it every day, I overall I do feel better. Okay. I got to get through this. It's very easy for me to fall into the trap of trying to read all the chat. There's always a lot of chat. Sometimes maybe I'm better if I don't read all the chat, like yesterday. Sometimes I'm not always in the greatest mood because maybe there's something that I have to be dealing with that doesn't involve this, but kind of affects my particular mood at that time. It makes me a little more sensitive to pet peeves and things that annoy me. Maybe. Does anybody ever give me the benefit of that doubt? Know what I deal with every day with the limitations that the stroke has thrown at me? And the struggle it is to remain positive and happy when you can't live the life you used to and still try to motivate other people and not dwell on the negatives. Sometimes you gotta think about, let's cut this guy some slack. Maybe he's not perfect today. That was a day like yesterday. Question, and Mitch, that ice cream freezer was meant to prey on people who are going through crap and the food sues. Wicked. Yes, that's absolutely true, Liz. We know that. We know that. The food is comfort. Who doesn't want comfort? Those feelings are the emotions that drive us to seek them. It's the pleasure and pain response. We don't seek out things that hurt. We seek out things that feel good. Well, what do you think is going on in your brain that creates that feeling? It is the chemistry of, we want the animal to do more of this. How do we motivate it? Make it feel good. That's the same in your dog or cat or your wife or husband. They're going to want to do the shit that feels good. They're going to avoid the shit that hurts. It's simple. It's simple. And it works. And evolutionarily, it enhanced survival because it worked. The simplicity and elegance of the basic physiology of all animals, including human beings, is elegant and simple. Intelligence that we have, consciousness, awareness of self, I don't believe is really a survival benefit. I think it overall is destructive because we're trying to outsmart that physiology that got us here. My opinion. Thank you. Thank you, Liz. I appreciate it. What you are saying now is one of the most important messages that people don't discuss enough. And I'm sure Hopefully you were talking about when I was ranting. That little rant I just went on. I know it's important. I know it's important. It took me a lifetime to discover that, but nobody wants to listen. They're all researching Ozempic, and maybe this is the magic pill that I need. Who do you... Oh, misguided people. So many misguided people. I was misguided for a long time. But I got wise to it, I think. And I still always have that caveat that I may be wrong about everything. There are people today, especially in the quantum physics field, that are telling us there's no such thing as time. Our reality is a construct. The universe is not what it appears to be. And we're all connected to some monstrous collective, big brain, that is where our consciousness lives. We never live and we never die. Everything that's happened in one instant, and still, that's where we live. And there's some logic to all this that explains a lot of things that we can't explain. And that may be true. So reality may be closer to the Matrix than what we think it is. Or not. And if you watch YouTube, there's no shortage of arguments on both sides of that. On both sides of that. It is food for thought, though, and a good mental exercise. And I like to be thinking all the time. There are times when I wish there was a switch in there that I could just turn off. Well, I did finally get all the way down to the end of the chat. And Kim says, life is really consciousness pressed out. So, there you go. There's somebody who is trying to figure it out as well. How about that? How about that? How about that? And Jerry Boytish puts up a bunch of American flags, and you can see that down here on the screen. StreamYard translates it into US, 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 and hearts. But what it really is, the US is going to be a code for that American flag, which you see down here. So listen, folks, it is 20 minutes after 8. I did it again. I couldn't finish in 10 minutes, and Barry Simon is going to finish out the week for us with a new meme about scooters, a topic that's dominating my existence these days. Okay, let's see. Where is it? Racing scooters, it says. Let me download it, and we will finish out the day hopefully with a laugh. All right. There it is. And bring up the viewer. And here is Barry's latest.
Let's race to the pool, Kiltsy. You're on. Let's go. Whoa, look out.
Hey, watch where you're going! They're crazy! Sorry, ladies.
Pool's just ahead. We made it.
I like it, Barry. I think Kilter's going to get a kick out of that, too. So I will put that away, file it away in my folder of memes, which is growing. I have 4 subfolders in the folder now. It's getting crazy, but I'm able to put my hands on them anyway. So thank you so much for that. Here's a little happy music for those of you to say goodbye to your friends in the chat. There's still over 100 of you here. Thanks so much for coming on this holiday weekend. Isabel joined the members community. How are you, Isabel? Welcome. Good to see you. That was nice, and we'll look forward to seeing you. There it is, in the on Thursday night, the private community. More women. The private community wants women. Yes, we do. So hopefully we'll see you, and we'll get to meet you in person one night when you screw up the courage to come on with us on the panel and get to meet everybody face to face. Thanks for coming, everybody. Thanks for coming today, and have a safe weekend. Never forget the reason for this weekend, the 250th anniversary of this country with all its ups and downs. There's no place any better. And so many of us have been exploring these expatriate retirement places and watching videos about the Philippines and about all the South American countries and the Asian countries and Bangkok, Thailand. And I still don't see anything any place I want to live, even with its faults, better than America. So I'm still fighting for America and putting some common sense and civility back into the national dialogue. I'm not optimistic, unfortunately. Not even cautiously optimistic. But I'm glad I'm not 20 years old today. That's a sad commentary. That to say, I'm glad I'm not a kid now. But there's always hope. There might be a sudden pandemic of sanity, especially if we can actually get people to eat more healthy so their brains actually work. But with that, have a great weekend. Be safe. Try not to blow anything up or burn anything down. Put some earmuffs on your doggies so that they don't get traumatized, and we will survive the weekend. I don't know about Sunday yet. If Kiltz doesn't do one on Sunday, I doubt that I'm going to do one either, because if he's not going to keep the Sunday 10 o'clock a.m. alive, if he doesn't intend to continue doing that, there's no reason for me to do it. I don't need to have a live stream at 10 a.m. on Sunday. I find if I want to do another live stream, I find a better time to do it. What else I got to say? Mitch, you said enough. I think so. I think so. So everybody have a great day. Enjoy the day off. It is a holiday, so take the rest of the weekend off and eat meat.